Hello, my journey folks. Thank you for again joining me with my wonderful journey. Uh, Stock market goes down, we get a little bit stuck. Stock market goes up, and we make a little bit, and we try and roll that over. That said, it's been a crazy. I don't know the between the Feds and the housing market and everything that's going on. The market is just so unstable, and it's kind of people said it's going to happen like this, which is actually really good in a way. It gives us an opportunity to buy shares and don't worry about stocks going down in value because it's a time game. You just have to be patient. Um, the last thing we want to do is buy high, sell low. So we're going to hold on to it. We are doing some kind of cost averaging to try and bring down our prices while the stocks are down, which is a really good idea as long as the stock doesn't cut its dividend. As soon as the stock cuts its dividend, we are going to sell. That shows a bad sign for the company. And and I amended my rules for the strategy. And what I did was I made a provision that if a stock slashes its dividends, I no longer buy any more shares of that stock. I'll still hold on to it because it's just a slash, but I'm gonna hold on to, but I'm not gonna buy any more shares of that stock. And as it goes up, when it gives back its dividend or when the yield gets up to a certain point, we'll go ahead and we can start rebuying the stock. But slashes and cuts are not a good hint of what the company is going through. Well, actually, it is a good hint. It's just not a good sign of what the company is going through. And I don't want to get stuck with a company then all of a sudden cutting its dividend completely, and then we kind of have it low and it goes cheaper and lower, and then we end up losing more money and losing more value. So the last couple of months, I brought in this new strategy with the aristocrat stocks, and I'm kind of leaning towards doing that a little bit right now. Not instead of, but just continuing on with that strategy. But I'm tweaking that strategy as well a bit, where instead of keeping that stock until it doubles in price, which is probably not going to happen for a long time, it will happen, but probably not for a long time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till it goes up 3%. 3%. Now I'm going to try and do it on an average of between 1 to 3% per month. So in other words, let's say we bought 3M and 3M went up from 102 to 105. That's about 3%. I went ahead and I sold it. Now, the profit I made was 3%. If it took me 30 days to make that 3%, that's great. And I will just keep trying that again. When the stock goes down, wait till it goes up. Now, I've been doing that with the aristocrat stocks. If the aristocrat stocks go down and continue going down and not go back up to the 3% mark that I want, I'll buy more. Up until the point where I have 11 shares of the aristocrat stock, and then we'll just switch it over to the other strategy, average the cost of what I bought it for, and wait till it goes up, sell 10, keep one. It's a little bit complicating, but I have it pretty much worked out in my head how I want to do this. And the key is to hold stocks. Aristocrat stocks, again, are stocks that have been giving dividends for 25 plus years and have either been raising them or giving the same amount and have not decreased their dividends. And this is a really good investment strategy for me because that's where I want to be at. Now, the dividends are going to be less, which is why I'm trying to get the 3% or the 1 to 3% profit and jump out of it. Because if you think about it, if I wait a month and in 1 month and make a 3% profit, or 2 months and I make a 3% profit, that's almost like a 12% profit a year, which is really good. And then we could always buy other aristocrat. There's a lot of aristocrat stocks, about 65 of them, that we could play around with. Obviously, some of them are very expensive, like $600, and I'm not going to get into those right now. But as we buy and sell and flamangle my strategy and buys and sells, we'll go ahead and we'll buy more expensive stocks. Okay, let me show you what I did. I already made my deposit this week. I made it earlier this week. I made my deposit. I bought two stocks. One stock, I bought 3M again. It went down from 105. Remember, I sold it at 105 last week. I went ahead and I rebought it again at 101.86. And it's down even more now, but it's all good as usual. When it goes back up, we'll sell it. And as well, I bought one more share of TDS. TDS got hammered, but it's still giving its dividend. So until I hear it's cutting or slashing its dividend, we're keeping it. We're holding on to it, and we're collecting dividends. Now, all the Aristocrat stocks that I do buy, I'm going to be reinvesting the dividends, dripping the dividends. So in other words, if 3M gives a dividend this week or next week, I think is when it's giving a dividend, that dividend, the $1.50 that it gets, it's going to go back into the stock. When I sell the stock, when it goes up 3%, I'm only going to sell the one share I bought. I'm going to keep the dividend remnants of whatever it is. Okay, pretty simple, right? Thumbs up. All right, so I also bought some good shares. I wanted to buy them the week before. I didn't get a chance to because I didn't have the money. I put in $100. I had some money left over as well from the week before. So I bought 6 shares of GOD at a price of $11.52. It's gone down to like $11, even under $11 this week. Now it's back up to like $11.20 or something. And next week, my strategy is going to, again, I'm keeping with my strategy of buying the stocks, the shares as they go down. So if GOD hits $10.43 and I have money in my account, I'm buying 11 shares of that stock. And we'll hold on to it and continue the strategy. And I'm going to continue the cost averaging strategy as well, as long as my funds are available and as long as I keep depositing the money and I have the money for it. Eventually the stock will turn around or it'll just die, and then we'll just sell it at a lower discount if it cuts its dividend. But right now it's still giving its dividend. So I have, let's take a quick look again. I have GOD. We have 82 shares, which means every month I'm getting $8.20, and I'll keep it. Now, the other thing I wanted to say is there are some stocks that I have that aren't really going up and down a lot, but they're holding their ground in this really tough market, and I like that. And a couple stocks that I'm thinking of just adding more shares into and probably cost averaging the 3%, the 1 to 3% that I'm doing with the Aristocrat stocks, doing them with these stocks as well. Again, it's taking the regular stocks that I'm buying right now and just putting them into the same strategy as the Aristocrat. Just because I really like these stocks, and I really like them. I don't really like them. I don't know what they do. Okay, I know a little bit about what they do, but I'm just doing it because I think that this is because it's not so volatile, but it is volatile enough for A, to make good dividends, and B, to sell it if it goes up a little bit and make a percentage. Now remember, guys, my percentages are small. My 1 to 3% could be $3, $2, $1, 30 cents, 50 cents. It's going to be small, but remember, I'm working with small money. If I had $1 million in my bank and I was buying thousands of shares, obviously the profit would still be 1 to 3%, but it'll be in the hundreds of dollars, not the dollars or the pennies. So keep in mind that although it sounds like a little bit of money, what's 1 cent for a poor person is like $1,000 for a rich person. And you have to look at it this way. Every penny that poor person gets, or every dollar a guy in the corner, begging for money gets, is like some rich person getting $1,000, I don't know, finding on the streets or something, or begging, who knows. Anyway, so the stocks that I'm probably going to look at buying more shares of are stocks like ARR, GOGL, which was the first stock I originally bought in this whole YouTube journey. So I may buy some more of that, as well as some other ones. I'm not buying any more CIO. They slashed their dividends. They still pay a dividend. They slashed it in half. So instead of getting 80 cents a year now, they pay 40 cents a year, which is not horrible. They're still paying like 3 cents a month per share, but it's a bad sign for the company. Now, it's understandable. CIO is a real estate company, and real estate's getting hit really hard, and they have to kind of cut back to regrow and restructure what they're doing with their money. But we're going to hold on to the shares that we have. We're not buying any more right now, and as they raise their dividends again, we'll start looking into that again. Okay, so my deposit was made. I made that on Monday, I do believe. When did I buy my shares? On the 8th. On the 8th, Monday. Monday I deposited the money. I bought 3M. I bought TDS, 1 share of each. Let's take a look at the Aristocrat. So here's a chart that I made. 3M I bought on April 4th. I sold it April 28th. 3 weeks later, I made 3% profit on that, $3.20. We sold it. VFC, remember that's a stock that slashed its dividend, and I didn't like it for that because it's no longer Aristocrat, so I got it out of my portfolio. I sold the 2 shares. I made a profit of 6%, $1.40, and bye-bye VFC. LEG, we bought that at $31.12 on April 4th. We sold it April 28th for a 4% profit of $1.28. Not bad for 1 share, up 3%, 4%. The stock stayed up a little bit. It went up to like $33, but now it's back down, I think, to 32 or 31. Whatever. I'm going to probably buy LEG back again if it goes back down again. But for now, we're keeping out of it because we have other shares we're buying. I bought some more TDS. Brought my cost average down, and anything in red means I own it. And I'm waiting for it to hit its price, or if it goes down, I'm going to buy some more. Now remember, it has to go down below its original price, which I bought it at. So UBSI, I bought it on May 2nd for $30.45. If it's below $30.45 and I have the money and I want to invest in it, I'll buy another share of that. Or I can go ahead and start another strategy with a different stock. So, the same strategy, both a different stock. So I added Ben to my portfolio, WBA, UBSI. I still have a TDS. Now remember, my strategy for Aristocrat is I'll keep buying when it's under $11.44, the TDS. However, when I get to 11 shares, I'm no longer going to continue to buy it. I'm going to just take the 11 shares as if I bought it, average out the price that it cost me, and then wait till it goes up 10%, sell 10, keep 1. Now remember TDS, I do have some other shares that I got from before. So I have a couple shares of that. Let's hope it doesn't cut its dividend or slash its dividend so we can continue buying it. It's a really cheap price, $7.50. I think it went down to $7 this week. But we'll keep doing what we're doing. And I'll keep updating you guys with my strategy and with what's going on with my stocks. Okay, nothing to show you really on the roundup. Everything's still the same. I haven't sold anything to make any new shares since May 5th. A lot of working shares, a lot of working stocks, which is good. And we'll keep at it. If anything sells, I will sell it and buy something else. And next week's video, look for me buying some more either Aristocrat stocks or more cost averaging for the stocks that I have, like GOD, RTL, PSEC, CHW. All these stocks I'm still cost averaging. So I'm going to continue to do that. But at the same time, I still want to buy maybe a couple shares of ARR or a couple shares of GOGL or some other Aristocrat stocks, maybe a new Aristocrat stock. Like I'm looking at the company O or I don't know, IBM. IBM is a company I'm really looking at right now because it dropped like $10 in the last 3 months, and I think it's going to come back. 3% is all I need, right? So maybe that is a stock that I'm going to go into or look into. All right, so you have everything for this week. I will see you guys next week. Hopefully I'll have some more information, some more good news, some more happy news. Although it's all good. It's all amazing. I'm so happy that you guys are joining me for my journey, watching what I'm doing, seeing how the market's going, seeing how the down market is affecting me. If you look at my portfolio, it is down. 2 stocks, CIO, GOD, pretty much brought me down quite a bit. But we're still getting the dividends, and we're still going to, keep playing with it and keep working with it. And I'm not worried because stocks go up, stocks go down, and they go back up again. And then they go back down again. But we'll wait for them and sell them when they go back up. Eventually, when the time comes, we'll go ahead and we'll sell them. PVL is a good example of that as well. It's at 259 right now. As you can see, when it goes down to 248, I'm going to buy 11 more shares of that. Maybe even 22, maybe even 33. We'll see. We'll find out. I will definitely post it for you guys all to see. All right, guys. That's everything. I've got to spend time with Mama today. And we're off to Vegas next week, so my next video will probably be from Vegas. Have a wonderful weekend. Good Shabbos. Lag BaOmer was just behind us a couple days ago. It was amazing. And that's it. Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye.